Hello. At Williams Group, we are passionate about helping you succeed. Your success is our success. My name is Robin Elliott, President of Williams Group Consulting, and today we're going to be speaking with Dr. Matt DeLuca, and his Practice Management Director from Williams Group, Ellie Rogers. And we're going to find out a little bit about their journey of working together over the last year. All right, welcome. Today is June 11th, 2020, and I am Robin Elliott, President of Williams Group Consulting, and I am here today with Dr. Matt DeLuca and his Practice Management Director from Williams Group, Ellie Rogers. So thank you both so much for taking some time to just have a chat today. So I'm very excited to get to virtually meet you for the first time, Dr. DeLuca, and I've heard so many wonderful things about you from both Ellie and from Dr. Cockrell, our CEO. So thank you for taking the time today. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your background, if you don't mind.
Sure. So I graduated from Pennsylvania College of Optometry in 1991, and I'm originally from the Pittsburgh area and moved back from Philadelphia in 1991 back to Pittsburgh. I have two locations that we opened right around 1994, so 26 years. And so it's been a good run, 26 full years. And my daughter Jessica is actually in optometry school at Ohio State. She graduates in 2021. So that kind of made me shift gears a little bit, and I'm purchasing a third location that we close on actually in a few weeks, that I'm kind of gearing up for when Jessica graduates in May of 2021. So it's a busy time. It's a pretty hectic time, but it's a fun time.
Excellent. Yeah, is that the Cranberry location?
Yeah. So that's the Cranberry location. It's actually one of the fastest growing areas in Pennsylvania. So it's exciting.
How exciting. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it all. I know it's a lot of work, but also exciting times, and to hear that growth and have your family involved, that's pretty wonderful. So okay, Dr. DeLuca, so over the last 20 years, or since you opened up your practice, what were you doing to develop your practice before joining Williams Group?
That's a very good question. And really, before I joined the Williams Group, we were really just kind of going through the motions. I really wasn't too familiar with the metrics and how the numbers and how important the numbers could be, and the staff. You know, I had a fair amount of turnover with the staff, and maybe didn't engage with the staff as much. So we did well, but we were kind of flat. We did about the same number for 5, 6 straight years, and that's when I thought we were strictly doing optical at that time, of course. And I saw the writing on the wall when Jess was in high school and college thinking about optometry, and she was going to be more medically oriented, and it was time for me to make that shift. And when I made that shift, we grew very, very fast, and we just got a little bit out of control. And Williams has been really a good focus point that has helped me gain control, gain some much needed knowledge as to how to do things, staff building, team building, all those things have been very valuable.
Excellent. So, it's kind of curious, we're entering this, we're in a pandemic era. Are there certain steps that you attribute to helping you be prepared for this curveball that we've been thrown?
Yeah, so Ellie was always there. Ellie was always very supportive, and I made the decision to stay open, and we never closed, and we turned within. We did some small projects in the office from an inventory standpoint, and from some we didn't have a chance to do if we were busy. That's how I tried to leverage the time. We got to know each other as a staff a little bit better as well. We got into some of the numbers. So we got some things accomplished that I didn't think we would accomplish had we not slowed down. So I tried to look at the bright side of that whole thing and we're still, we still have a few hurdles to get over, but I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think my staff is much better prepared from staying open and weathering the storm, sort of. And so we're coming out of this in pretty decent shape. We still have some challenges like everybody, but Ellie was very, very helpful in kind of calming us and making sure we all were on the same page.
We took it as an opportunity to build the team and get everyone where they needed to be, so that once the pace picked back up with opening the practice back up, everyone's going to be able to handle that. And we've got new staff members that have already been trained and are handling things quite well. So that was a really good decision. A risky one, a scary one to make, and given the circumstances, but it was a good one in the end.
Are you up to full schedule where you were before, or?
Yes, we are probably 90, 95% there, and so we've come a long way for sure. And Ellie's absolutely right. We tried to leverage the time, and the staff has never been stronger than it is right now, and we have numbers. And when I go into Cranberry, we're going to be able to support that office better than ever, and we're going to hit the ground running there as well. So I think we're well prepared. We are back almost to 100%. This morning was crazy.
Excellent. What do you attribute helping you to be prepared, to have the best staff that you have, as you have now?
So Ellie would talk to my administrator once a week, and they had a long list of things that they were working on. I talked to Ellie once a month and was updated, and it all was very, very smooth. And so as we started moving, initially there was a little bit of change and a little bit of a kickback, but we got through that initial period and we really hit the ground running. And so I think just the coaching was helpful. I think Ellie knew just from the metrics, just from the blueprint that Williams provides, that what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And that's what we've accomplished to this point.
Excellent, excellent. What's it been like working with Dr. DeLuca's team, Ellie?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I think the one thing is just kind of focusing on particular items and kind of just taking it one step at a time, so that it doesn't get too overwhelming, just because there is so much that we try to get accomplished, but understanding that a lot of it does take time, and there's different processes that need to be in play before we can kind of see the results. But that understanding has been really important, and our communication, I think, has been a key factor in making sure that we're on the same page. From his practice administrator to all of his new hires, they've at least had a conversation with me at least once, and we keep just staying connected in regards to that. The accountability is something I think that is really important when we're working together as a program. I just help in making sure that what we're wanting to implement does get implemented. And his team has been very, very open to and excited, actually, to see the positive changes that we've been able to accomplish with this practice. And I think as we started working with his second location, they'd already had a taste of that. So they are also quite gearing up and ready for us to kind of continue making improvements. And we're all on the same page. We're just partnering together to make things better for everyone. Everyone gets that effect.
Wonderful. Well, I know we kind of had to, like I said, change things up a little bit with the curveball of COVID being hit. But when you think of your time prior to this, working with Ellie, and where you're at now, Dr. DeLuca, is there a particular project that as a group you worked on that you truly feel was one of the most impactful reasons?
Scheduling. And our scheduler is phenomenal, and that has really done a wonderful job at directing our days, organizing our days. I wish I had a scheduler 20 years ago. And that is the secret. I'm convinced that if you have a scheduler in your practice, it's going to go a long way to smoothing out your days and weeks.
So is this our patient communications coordinator, Ellie, the scheduler that we're talking about, a
Yes.
dedicated person who owns that schedule? Yep, makes all the difference in the
Yep.
world.
We've had long, extensive conversations about Dr. DeLuca's schedule, staff utilization, but also the organization of his schedule. And then, of course, as he's spoken to, having that person that's really in tune to what is our day actually projecting and what are we trying to accomplish. And so, yeah, the schedulers is a big thing. So, and we have one in each location. We're trying to establish, and we will establish in the new location, just as it's been an easy thing to convince Dr. DeLuca that it was the right move. We definitely actually we lost our PCC scheduler for a short period of time, and you could feel it, right, Dr. DeLuca, as soon as we stopped. The management wasn't there. It wasn't as clear defined in the days in regards to what to expect with the patient workflow as well as the revenue. So it was definitely something that we got rehired for that position relatively quickly. And now we've got someone that's doing a phenomenal job in his practice getting that organized. So
great job, yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Dr. DeLuca, any words of wisdom for our optometric world out there?
Well, I just would be confident, be calm, have somebody there that you can lean on. I think I've leaned on Williams over the last year tremendously, and good things will happen.